Welcome to Best Car Fixes. This is Muhammad Harun Idris. Please subscribe, share, and like. This is 2012 Mini Cooper, the beautiful car. Yes, I like it. Okay, Mini Cooper Countryside. Countryside. I love it. Okay, the story of this car here is very strange. I was in one of my friend's shop, try to program or diagnose his car, and I saw somebody working on this car. Yes, he was doing engine job. Yes, engine job, and he asked me. No, I just looked at him and I left. Now, couple of days later, I get a call or a text, a message in my YouTube channel. He said that I have a car, I am fixing it, and I may need to have an extra key. I saw your YouTube, and I contact him I tell him where you are. I say, look, I am in Bay Ridge at a shop. This shop is in this location, and that's the car that I want to fix it for my daughter. She's going to school. I say, okay. Your daughter is my daughter. We're going to fix that car for her. And having a spare key is a peace of mind, so she's not going to miss any lecture by not knowing where is the first key or where she put her key. Anyhow, he tell me where you are. I say, I am in Brooklyn. But the way he explained it to me, I say, are you the guy who fixing the car in a shop, red Mini Cooper by this place? In Bay Ridge by my way? He said, yes. I said, I was next to you asking you where you get these tools and this. I said, wow, the world is so small. And he's living not far from me. He bring the car here, he did the jobs, but he want to diagnose this car to be sure that everything in this car is okay. So I put a Mini Cooper BMW software original, even if this is like an older one that's now everything, if you need it, is online correctly to download and make it work online by computer, by subscription. And BMW subscription is not expensive. You can get all you need, very simple. I like the color. Now let me try to do something here. Okay, I'm gonna go try to diagnose this car. Let me try to record the screen. The screen is recording now. I'm gonna go to ISTA P. ISTA P is for programming. You gotta work with the ISTA A. And there is more function like here. There is other way like ISN boot mode, or no, not ISA boot, but there is other way that you can do. You can diagnose the car and program it not only with ISTA P. So let me go to ISTA A. ISTA A for diagnose. Ignition is here. I have my power. You don't need internet because this is very old software, but it's still working. Okay. Now, this is like if there is any usage node or anything new, but go to operation. Okay, on operation, read out vehicle data, and then go to identification without vehicle test, or identification with complete identification. Is the ignition on? No. Ignition is on now. Let me start it so that I don't want to put the car in, push the brake. Okay, I start the car, so I don't want to put the car. Do you have any check engine light? I don't see no check engine light, but let us diagnose this car completely. Okay, say okay. Okay. So now vehicle cannot. He said, I cannot read the vehicle number. I can't believe it. So yes, we have to connect the ICOM, set up the connection first for the ICOM. You see the VIN number come out here. Hopefully it's free, it's clear. Mini Cooper N18, all-wheel drive, R60, Cooper SO, all 4. This is the information of the car. Even the pin code. 0B16. If you put 0B16 for paint code, it will give you the color right now for the paint. So I'm gonna wait till I get all identification. Believe me, if you are working on BMW and Minis, please get this software. Even if you cannot, even if you have a regular scanner, get this one. Is kind of old one, but it work fine. But you can get something. Let me try to double click here to make the screen wider. Here, double click the screen wider, everything there to see better. And I like to work on those a lot. It is good to have this software with you. Why? It gives you component location, measurement, test plan, a lot of things. Now I'm resetting the mouse, try to get everything correctly in time. Okay, what it's gonna say, I'm not sure, but stay with it. Even it have other stuff like here, production date, I have it. I don't know why you give me a question mark. What is say here? The online connection to central service has been disrupted. You see this one here? That means if you are subscribed, it will give you more detail when you connect online to give you in and out what happened to it. You see the absolute code. There is an online version and offline version. So let me go here, start vehicle test. Start vehicle test. I will go here, and here it will show us how many computers there. Mass CC, Moose CC, and SDRS CC. Most gateway. If this is radio for the same car, or maybe they update it. Maybe they updated with something here. Uh-oh. No, they updated, I believe. And when they update it, they update this screen is not original. That's why I am getting 3 of them are not working. 3 of them, MASKCCC, Moose Gateway, and other stuff, they have code. And up to now I have 41 codes. And as I told you, any red, that means it's not communicating. Let me show you what they are mean by this. Please, everybody there, anyone there outside, all people outside there, if you work on BMW a lot, get something like this. Also get a laptop with completely ready to go software that can do all BMW, Mercedes, or BMW correctly, diagnose and everything. This is aftermarket radio, right?
Yes.
That's why I am getting the Mask CCC and Moose Gateway and the SDARS. They are not communicating. That's the radio communication system, because you eliminate them. So that's one. Till now we have 41 codes for all modules. Maybe general 41 codes, but maybe some of them as just like battery coded,
right,
or code is there, shadow is there, and never been reset. Like
yes,
airbag light is on.
Yes.
It could be there is a problem with the airbag system. Anything that is code is there,
right,
we know. So right now I'm gonna go to display memory, because we already no communication with the satellite that's relating to radio, no communication with the head unit, the Moose Gateway. Okay, now we have the charging pressure control switch off as consequences. Vanos intake, camshaft is stuck. Exhaust control fault, camshaft is stuck. Super knock sensor faulty. Super knocking in emergency operation. Knock sensor electrical signal input B short. Engine oil pressure control valve activation line disconnected. Those could be memory. It could be right now. We cannot trust anything right now. We just see, record, and clear.
Okay.
So now oil pump pressure too low. That's what you're scared about, right?
That's the problem that I'm having. The oil light will come on.
Mm-hmm.
The check engine, the limp mode will come on afterwards.
Okay. and then you have to turn the ignition on and off, then everything go away and then they come back?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see here. I have a disk control voltage fault on the disk 2. So I'm gonna go more, let me go on the disk. Okay, now I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I have the disk control, disk brake pad, like the brake pad.
The
It's
brake
finished.
light is on. Maybe
Did you
the
clear them?
maybe the brake pad sensor.
Yeah, if the brake pad sensor,
Yeah.
if you replace it, still you, two things you need to do. After you change the brake,
Yeah.
the brake also need to be reset, and the brake pad,
Yeah. That
when
was
they
the reset.
finish, also
Yeah.
maybe they need to reset it if you
Yeah.
put a good sensor.
Yeah. They didn't reset.
You have to reset it to 0% to 0% or 100% good. There is some
Okay.
sequences.
Yeah. They didn't do
Voltage under voltage, closed circuit current violation, instrument cluster, because you do something here, I don't
Yeah.
know. So those code they come, side airbag, passenger side. That's why this airbag
Yeah.
light on. He says side back.
Yeah. I have up in here. I have the bypass because these seats.
Okay.
These
Is it
are different seats.
Oh, so you put a sport seat
there
and you don't
go.
have.
There you go.
Okay, I just wanna. I'm just curious about this. So seat belt catch contact, seat
Yeah,
belt
all that
position
has to do
sensor,
with that,
seat belt because you change
Yep,
the seat to the
yep,
sport
yep.
beautiful aftermarket.
Yep.
That's okay. It's good to know. Okay, now that's all those code under voltage, under voltage. Okay, control unit fault, under voltage, input brake light impulsible, supply terminal, select a level interlock that cause high beam turn off light faulty, dipped beam right faulty. Your light are good.
It has
Fog light
LED bulbs in it, so I think
if you
that's
put
what's throwing.
if you put
yeah.
LED light,
Yes, you
they
can have all
it
that
will not
problem.
correspond. Yeah.
Correct.
So we have no problem with all this.
Yeah.
DME, DD, receive, disk transmit, ABS code. No communication with the headlight unit because you replace it. So what I'm gonna do is I will turn the engine off, turn the ignition on.
Mm-hmm.
Our concern here is about the oil pressure switch.
That's the big one.
So now let me go to calculate the test plan before I delete all this code to know, because if I delete it, it never come. The position sensor for the ABS, I don't mind about that.
Yeah, I don't mind about that.
My knock sensor and charging, no, brake also I have no problem.
No. Brakes on
Let me read all the codes, and then I will go only for
oil pressure.
oil pressure.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And see what happened. Also the Vanos is stuck. They say the Vanos exhaust. Okay, radio supply I don't have no problem. Let me go now down. It come to 27. Okay,
That's
to,
it.
27 hints. So that's the more important. The 47 is still there.
Okay.
I gotta go down. Air condition, supply relay, CAS, supply, energy, oil pressure. I have oil pressure. Let me a knock sensor. So knock sensor, oil pressure. I want to see if there's seat starting function, no problem. Tear indicator, I have no problem. Low beam, no problem. Start function, slide, Vanos. I have Vanos solenoid valve exhaust, Vanos solenoid valve exhaust, Vanos solenoid valve inlet. So the Vanos, those, the one that open and close, advance, retard the timing for engine performance or how the car running.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it have to do with the oil pressure. If the oil pressure is not enough, it will not be able to open or like advance. Something like that have to be related to. So Vanos power supply steering column switch, that I don't have no problem. So let me go back to oil switch. What is going on?
And that got replaced.
Oil pressure regulating valve.
Mm-hmm.
The oil pressure regulating valve. This one, number 6. I want to know what it is, what's going on, and where it's located. He give you a hint, he give you information. Where is the place? Okay. Engine oil pressure control valve activation line disconnection. Oil pump pressure low, too low.
So they had to remove the old one and replace a new one. But if you had to clear it, that the clearing wasn't done.
Oil pressure regulator valve, remove oil pressure control valve, increase fuel consumption. Okay, this is a detail. Voltage recognition, none. Temperature condition, none. Condition for fault, time condition, none. Other condition, activation oil pressure, terminal statue, terminal. Check the line and plug connection. Okay, they say that it could be a computer, it could be oil pressure regulator valve, remove oil pressure control valve. It could be like
that's what they did. They replaced. I guess he put it on the computer. The computer told them that this was messed up. I ordered the pieces.
What about the oil pump itself?
No, he said the oil pump was good. It threw out the valve. So we replaced the oil pump solenoid, I think it's called. He replaced that. Did they clear it? Most likely not. So maybe that's why it's showing up.
No, oil pump pressure too low. Engine oil pressure control valve activation line disconnected. On the line pressure, there's supposed to be a electrical connector on it or no?
Yeah. I have no idea. Yes, I think it does happen.
Is it well connected and coming all the way to the engine computer?
They did it. I don't know.
Yeah, if the wire is there. Okay. Let me continue for the first one. Here is a sensor. You see this? Hello? Mister, you see this piece here? Is this what they changed?
I believe I ordered that too.
You see this?
I ordered 3 pieces so they could change anything
Oil pressure,
that has to do with pressure.
Yeah, precise oil pressure control within the engine oil pressure sensor is ceramic plate contain a gold plate. This piece here is the one that reading the information of the oil pressure and send it back to the computer. It's not the valve itself.
Well, I changed everything. I think I sent
just
them
this sensor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a picture for it. But this sensor here is say that an engine oil pressure sensor is connected with a 3-pin plug connector. The engine management control unit supplied the unit with 5-volt reference. The measurement range between 0 to 5 to 4.6 volt with the corresponding oil pressure. So if the oil pressure is not enough while the car is running and you see that there is a glitch on this sensor, it may create a false reading, something like this one. I wanna see what remedy it has to be done, but start by the oil pressure, or this is you see how it is, map control oil pump with the oil pressure control valve. Here also is another information about it. This is okay. For this engine, red check control message may be displayed on the car. Temporary oil pressure fluctuation due to insufficient oil level. Temporary oil pressure fluctuation due to contamination in the engine oil. Carry out the output. Check oil level. Top up engine oil if it's necessary. Check engine for oil contamination. Replace engine oil if it's necessary. All this you need to check.
And all this they did. So this is what we ordered.
Yeah, but this one here I know is for.
That's that piece that you see over there on the pump.
Yeah, this is mini engine oil pump solenoid valve.
Yeah,
this is a solenoid valve. But this solenoid valve also it can work. But computer can send signal to open it and close.
Right.
But don't forget to be sure that this is the one that you change it. But you may have to change. You may have to check the small connection also if it's reading good. And he say for the ferrous coat, you have to check all this. Check engine oil for contamination. Replace engine oil and this one. Let me go continue. Measure oil pressure. Check wires and plug connection. Check component oil pressure. Engine oil test with the feedback. Like all this you need to do on this in this particular quote. And each one it have its own way. The oil pressure determined by the engine oil pressure sensor is checked by the following measurement. I'm gonna try to check it right now. Run the engine at the idle. Let me see if the oil pressure is good or not. Accelerate pedal not press donkeys, oil temperature 60 centigrade. Okay. Cool is next. Good. Let me see now how the measurement. The computer started of the function oil pressure control function check, aborted function check, terminated, current oil temperature 85 centigrade. I don't know what I'm gonna tell you, but it have a step-by-step measurement.
Yeah.
Like here, measured value is 0.00 valve. You see engine oil pressure now? It says 0.00 bar. Step point value 1.5 to 6.5 depend on the operating point. Should another measurement point to be displayed? You know, like I don't see what. You know, like you look at it like there is nothing, and it have some special tools that people can use it, like this one here. But maybe I gotta go back. You see, this is the oil filter.
Yes.
When they put it in, it have special tools. This is what I like about BMW tools. These tools, they put it on the cap of the oil filter and they measure the oil pressure here.
Okay.
And then the measurement value is supposed to be.
All right,
You understand?
correct.
And
That's how you check the pressure.
we need to be sure that our pressure is correctly hand tight, all this one here, and then when you start it, engine start, observe the diagnostic instruction, supposed to be like this. So I don't know about it, but there is something have to be taken care of it correctly. Okay, let me see, measure oil pressure, right? Maybe I don't have all. Okay, I get disconnect from here. The conclusion of this one here is that we know. Let me try just to delete. Okay, let me go back to one more, which is that the oil pressure issue and the Vanos. I am not in a repair, you know, like I just try to collect the information, what need to be done, and if there is something like that, a fault of the following component is stored: oil pressure sensor, the Vanos, the oil pressure sensor, or oil pressure control valve. First, continue troubleshooting. You know, we come back again to the same place, that even those Vanos, you see this here, is controlled by the oil. You know, this solenoid is controlled by the oil. You know, like as soon as the oil pressure go open, it push the timing front and back to see. So we have an issue with oil pressure system, and we have to be sure you change only the oil pump. You didn't change it, right?
No, the pump itself, no.
So you know that you are changing the sensor that measuring the pump, the sensor that activated by the pump. You did not. Now you're talking to me, I have high blood pressure, or I have this one. We don't look at the reason. Who is the pumping the oil itself to go up?
Right.
It's the oil pump.
Right.
And I know it's sitting all the way in there by the timing. Nobody want to go inside there to touch it. But if you ever change it when you rebuild the engine, it's okay. If you just have the engine new, it's okay. But I'm not sure what is the situation of the. But I know.
had asked, does the oil pump have to be changed? I was told no. It's the solenoid. So I said fine. Because if he said the pump had to be changed,
You change
change the pump. I don't care. Change it.
Because first of all, we have to address that those sensors have nothing to do with the pump, with the pressure. Those are reading. The sensor is to read the sensor.
Right.
The other solenoid maybe is to regulate the pressure that coming from inside, to regulate it, to open it, to do this one here in order for something to work. But I have low pressure. I have to look at my compressor first. I have to be sure the compressor is pushing the
Pushing it up.
oil good
Good.
and those things maybe regulate it
Right.
or adjust it not to overfollow.
Right.
So if your sensor is good, the wiring is good.
Right.
Huh?
I
I will address my pump first, and if I don't have enough bar, like the way it say here, like even here it say that okay, continue. Okay, let me continue here. Do you want to continue with the procedure? Yeah. He just on when we come to Vanos, the Vanos say, look, I have a problem. Is the following fault is received for the test Vanos exhaust control, and the Vanos work with the oil pressure. Check lines plug, check Vanos solenoid, check timing, check Vanos adjuster. You know, like they all going to. My point is, you see, those are what I told you. They all going to address our oil pump. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear all the codes, delete everything.
Yeah.
Take that code, the pressure, the sensor, the oil pressure. Like they say, they need to measure it correctly to be sure that the oil pressure is reaching the normal operation, at least.
Yes. Well, we need that tool.
If they need a tool, or they have to. If he's a mechanic, that he have some tools, he have to know. At least he have to stand somewhere.
I'm in a position where I'm not trusting. I'm not trusting them too much.
I have one guy I'm gonna tell you about it. I have two people that I trust them. They may not be far from you. One is this is one of the tests. This is just by putting it in on the top of the oil pump, right?
On top of the oil filter.
Yeah, you tied the oil filter,
Yeah.
and you put this one on it,
Yeah.
and you started the car, and I supposed to get the pressure, the same pressure that's supposed to be
Yeah.
while the car is running, how many bar I'm getting
Yeah.
while the car is not pressing.
Right.
And the sensor give the job. This the sensor that is on the other side, it give you the information. The sensor that on the other side, it give the computer the information if the pressure is enough or not.
Yeah.
And the computer there will look, hey, look, my pressure is not within the specification based on the RPM, based on the car running.
Right.
You got it?
No, I understand.
Yeah.
We just need somebody with this tool that could.
You don't need this tool. Maybe it's not expensive.
No, it's only $100.
Yeah, get it and do it yourself.
I can't do it myself. I'm not no damn mechanic.
I saw you rip off the whole car
I
piece
could
by
take
piece.
it out. I could take things
The
apart.
same thing.
Putting them back
Measurement
on.
is just like a book that you never read it and you want to read it, get the information out of it. Put it in, take the oil pump, oil from the top, type this one here, put it on the top, start the car. It's good, it's good.
I think that's a joke.
And buy the oil filter also one time to put it in.
I have an oil filter.
So when you take this one, like you want to change the oil filter?
Yeah.
Okay, when you put the oil filter,
Yeah.
don't put the cover of the oil filter, you unlock it. You put this
Yeah.
one, you tight it,
Yeah.
and you start the car and leave it there running.
Right.
You will know that, oh, my bar is because measuring by bar, it will tell you. Yeah. I may have to stop here. Please subscribe, share, and like. And if you have any idea, please give it to us. But I see that we may need to have. Okay, let me close this one. Yes. I'm gonna clear all this code and then come back again. Let me go back. Turn the key off. Please, if you guys have any idea or any suggestion, please let us know. Okay, now ignition is on. I'm gonna delete all this memory. Yes. I'm gonna delete all the memory and then start the car, see what code is gonna come. They say that, yeah, Mohammed, you need something? So right now the conclusion is I'm gonna leave this car. I'm gonna turn the computer off, the scanner off. I will turn it on again. I will come only after I turn all. Okay, here let me clear all the codes. But the problem is, if there is no code, where I put the key? If there is no code, I will not be able to run the test. So hopefully there is no code, but if there is a code, well, it's not easy to get this connector back. Do I have to play with it to put it back?
No.
Let me see. Okay, this is like this.
Yeah, like that. Huh?
Give me some help. Yes.
There you go.
Sorry. So now I'm gonna turn the ignition on, and I will look at this. I supposed to say about that one. I suppose discuss this one live with together. So the history of the car is that the guy was driving, the engine seized, he took it out, he changed the crankshaft, rod, piston, but still maybe he did not. I have to push here to turn it off. This is aftermarket radio, which is good. I am going to learn all the codes again. I know there are codes that they will come back by themselves. Okay. And after that, I will. Okay, after I read all the information, I will see to start running the car to see if the sensor is not reading good or there is anything with the oil pressure. But I prefer to get the mechanical one because mechanical one will tell me exactly if I have a pressure or not. Please subscribe, share, and like, and give us your opinion. Maybe the sensor is disconnected. Yes, it could be the sensor is no good also. Okay, I don't have no codes now for the engine. So I don't believe it's gonna be there, but I would prefer to get the mechanical. Let's hear. Where is the engine oil housing?
Right over here. Which is like, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, this is the one that with the clips here.
I have,
No, this is the pressure. Maybe it's down. This is
the oil filter you're looking
the oil filter. Is supposed to be somewhere.
It's over here. It's on this side.
It's supposed to be like a big with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, don't open it. You don't need to open it.
It's it's right.
Yeah, I know.
It's in this area right here somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
It said we had to take this off, to take that off, to take this off.
Yeah, the oil pressure could be also. Where is the cover for this? You don't need to leave it exposed like this.
No,
too.
I didn't have it exposed.
Yeah, when you have time, get it and put it in. Anyhow, this is not an easy car that to keep opening it. You have to take the whole front end out just to start working on it correctly, right?
Yeah. Now the oil filter you could get to, you have to just remove this. This is all plastic things. This
Yeah,
comes
I
off.
know. You have to
It's
open
right in this area
that
right
area.
here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me see what code left for me. I don't see the check engine light now for the oil, but I know there's 4. The Vanos, the oil switch. Okay, now I have 16 code, no ABS code. You see seat belt and most side 8. Also, I have the, yeah. I don't have something that, okay, let me go. The brake sensor, brake wear indicator, but I don't have the the oil light. The only thing left here now, let me try to get another tool to see if I have the oil pressure. I want to see if the oil pressure is there. The oil pressure sensor is gonna be there, but now I don't see anything. Maybe I will go to service function and then powertrain, engine electronics, component list, checking compression of all cylinder, compression test, no. I don't see that here. Engine electronic, I don't see anything there on component list. Engine electronic, component DME, fuel, Vanos adaptation position, crankcase, vibration time, checking compression of cylinder. I don't know what you have there. I don't see anything there. So let's just go back vehicle information. I don't have anything here. Let me just see the seat. No, the ABS. Brake wear, I'm gonna do this one here. Calculate test plan for the brake wear. Disc brake wear. Display. Yeah. Okay, let me see what you need. Continue. I gotta reset it. You see here, do you want to reset it? Is 0, value of the rear axle 0. Are the readout values possible for the actual brake? Maybe I have to go to the service and do that. I have to go to vehicle information. Service function, chassis. Maintenance, reset, base. You're gonna come here, reset, display. All this you can reset it. All this information. It's supposed to be add to test plan. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't want to take. Maybe I make a mistake, but anyhow, this is not our priority. Our priority is to have this oil issue taking care of it. I'm gonna use another car and I will look at the sensor itself, the oil pressure, another tools to see how does it work. Maybe this one here, I'm not gonna get it the correct way. Please subscribe, share and like, and see you in another video. This is Muhammad Harun Idris.